Hi everyone, so I'm Martin, Sales Director at Euronews in the London office. So I know it's a post-lunch, so I will try to not bore you in the digestion, so I will try to be interesting. I wanted to speak about media because, especially international media, because it's really strongly related to fashion as well, and to help developing brands on the international level. But there is also a misconception with international media and news channel in general, which is that we only cover news, but we don't care about the other aspect of it. So I will just start with a really short video of Euronews, context about fashion and travel, just to show you the range.
Paris, London, Amsterdam, New York, Zurich, Rome, Tokyo, Textile, Oslo, Times.
Nice in the future.
Следующим сюжете préféré.
Very colorful.
La montagna.
So it was just to show that it's not only purely news aspect, but international channels produce a lot of content, and a lot is done with fashion as well, and also it really cares with the local aspect, especially on the European level, and that's why we're really proud this year as Euronews, as a channel, to be a media partner of the Riga Fashion Week, to promote such initiatives on international level. So I'm just gonna present you quickly some aspect of pan-regional media. So let's try to do it. So pan-regional medias, as you know, all these big brands were always with a mission to inform 24/7 of international news. It all started really in Europe after the Gulf War in 1993, when people in Europe realized that the only way of reporting news was through CNN or the Anglo-Saxon approach. And there was a real will in Europe, especially from the European Commission and Parliament, to create something, and that's how Euronews has been born, BBC World News as well, and also the European coverage of Bloomberg and CNBC. So that's really started from a mission to inform and to talk of things happening in Europe and the rest of the world from a European perspective. Just to show that, one of the interests, of course, of using pan-regional channel is the reach. So it's global. So in the world of globalization, it's suddenly your message, your communication is spread everywhere, including Americas to Asia, and of course Middle East and Africa. And Africa is going to be really big in the next. It's already big, but in terms of media coverage, it's going to be more and more intense. So this is the example with Euronews distribution, but our strength is of course Europe, but there is also a stats on the right corner which shows that we access also local channels. So it's not only like a satellite channel. Sometimes people say, well, this is boring, it's just only in hotel, but actually we are distributed through national TV as well, like as you can see in France on a local channel. So that gives a really good reach. One thing interesting with pan-regional is also the integrity, the independence of the news. This is again the example with Euronews, as we have 24 shareholders, so there is no one country or not only one company behind us. So that gives us like legitimacy, and that's why we are trusted in all the news that we provide, especially in countries like Russia, for example, where people don't really trust the local or governmental channels. So it's one aspect, that's one mission of pan-regional channel. What is important also is one misconception also is that these channels only speak in English, but what's really important is that only 35% of people consume news actually in English. When you talk to people about something really personal, about your money, your next holiday or something like that, you want to understand everything of it. So for the message for the brand, it's important to be spread in the right languages. So at Euronews we are in 14 languages, and we're trying to launch more and more. You see all the languages on the right. The latest one was Hungarian. It was Ukrainian, but from also Arabic, Persian, Russian, and Polish. So yeah, that's really one aspect of international channels that people don't know sometimes, and it's for the TV, but it's also for the online aspect. When you go on the website, you can consume news in your own language. So one of the advantage of using these channels as a communication strategy is basically to less clutter. It means that basically you have more visibility. This is an example of the ad breaks. So you see on the top for the international TV, you have like only a maximum of 3 ads per break, so per TV ad break. As for national TV, and I think you notice all of that, there is a list of 7, 8, sometimes 10 ads. So when you place your message in this break, you have less brand recall, less recognitions. So it's really important to have the right environment for your strategy. This is like some more numbers to show that as a survey, the brand recall, so the association with the brand is much more important. You can see 43% when it's only a break with of 2 to 4 ads, compared to 8 to 10 sometimes on local TV. The second aspect, of course, of using pan-regional TV is the quality of the audience, and the quality of the content produced. It's also like been analyzed that it's really more engaging, in international TV than in national TV. So quality programming, and also the audience, because national TV you will cover from 7 to, well, actually for all the population. In international TV is people who are really open-minded, frequent travelers, open to the world, so less diluted, so your message is not wasted actually. So more engaging, and for the luxury and the fashion, which is one of the links, it's also why international brands use these channels, because it gives like credibility and a better environment, especially if it's associated with digital campaign and print. So it brings statures, and that's why like Rolex, I think, is, of course we're talking like huge brands, but they always had this strategy to use these channels for the context and the quality of the audience. Again, that's the example of big brands. What I'm trying to lead to, and I'm going to show you some case study that we've done. We try to open this news channel to, of course, like local initiatives and especially European initiatives. And there are places actually and possibilities through partnerships to actually advertise on or communicate on our channels. The other aspect is the value. If you use like international channel, it's actually cheaper than going to local TV. If, for example, you want to extend, your markets to I don't know, Germany, France, and Russia, for example, it would cost you actually much more to do like local planning in these 3 countries, rather than use an international, a pan-regional channel, which has already this whole coverage. So it's much more efficient on a budget point of view. And also we have the capability to produce the content, of course, as international channels. This is just like a difference between a national TV plan and international TV plans with the same budget and tested on different markets. And we can see that on the right, we reach like up to 5 million more people actually by using international channel. Also, the fact to use in this channel is that you cover all the platform, because international channels have, of course, their content on YouTube, on the mobile, the tablets, the smart TV, and the desktop, even the Google glasses, and some of other media. They have also the print aspect. So it means that you can reach all this platform at once, and that's very efficient, especially in terms of new trendy fashion. Activity. You need to reach people also through mobile and tablet consumption. So what you expect is results. So we have the sorry. Does it? Yeah, it works. We have through the process like the possibility to raise awareness, of course, like through traditional advertising, spot bumpers, to involve with the content. We can produce, of course, shows and also spots, and the talkability and the brand success. But what is important, is to measure everything, and that's what we can do like through the process. Also, if you use international TV and pan-regional TV, there is like a clear link with your brand being searched like on the site and mainly by Google. So definitely the outcome is really intentional recognition straight away. And that's how you start. And that's but as Viva said in our presentation this morning, of course, it's really important to start locally to be successful there. But after, I'm going to show you a case study where actually the next steps could be to use these channels rather than go locally on TV. So these are the brands we work with. Of course, they are like main brands with not the same budget, of course. But in the approach and in the way to use these channels, I think they are leading the way of showing that's the right audience, because people will have the income to buy actually all these new trends. They are really open to new things. This is like a program that we do to cover all the fashion shows. It's called Le Mag, and those are like examples of topics of the programming. But this program is something that we can do for a for a designer or for for specific fashion brands that is developed locally. So that's something we can do, and then we can put in the right environment and for the right markets as well. So that's something not only dedicated to the classic fashion shows, and this year it was a bit short to do it for this Riga Fashion Week, but we have TV coverage, of course, of the Riga Fashion Weeks, but we will try to do next year like a full program Le Mag on it to promote this. This is a case study of what we do for Etam. As you know, like 3 weeks ago, it was their big show when they launched their new lingerie collection, and this is the second year they do like this great show in Paris, and they want to stream this event live. So we just create awareness and create the buzz on our site with like an online campaign, and then we stream, of course, the show live. And I think there's an example here. So so that was displayed like in specific places of the site, and then that was linked to this program I mentioned, Le Mag, and then you had the live show. And then the numbers of interactivity and of users following this live was just huge. So this is something that we can adapt for like events like locally. There is always a mission at Euronews, which is to promote like such European initiatives. So it's today. I think I thought, and I thank like the Latvian Chamber of Commerce and this organization of retail and fashion to have the opportunity to explain that it's not only for like huge brands and we can do partnerships or things like that. Of course, TV it's a bit it's more costly than online, but online we can just, I don't know, take some events or some of your content, some videos that you have, and try to put that in the right context, and then you target specific countries, for example. And this is like something very affordable. And if we find an interest, like in the news, to cover that, then that's something we can do and discuss. So and I will be finished on this. Just a summary of the benefits, which is really deliver across all the key campaign tasks and the reach. Of course, suddenly you're exposed globally. And then with digital, then there's the right targeting and you can read, but it's a great opportunity. And I think there's a big shift in the conception of this, big pan-Euro channel. So that's it for me. Thank you very much.